The following podcast contains coarse language. The members of the Vest Club and family. Listener discretion be advised.
A martini, shaken not. Shocking. Positively shocking.
Welcome to episode 32 of Shaken Not Nerd, Spider-Man review with special guest Matt Commons. How you going, Matt?
Oh, I'm good, thank you.
Welcome to the family.
How are you guys going?
Good. And as always, I am joined with me is the members of the Vest Club, Ian the Face Footlong,
The face.
and Duty the Dude Dutram.
Oh, the dude.
The dude.
How come he gets the dude and I get the face?
Hey, man, like, that's just, like, your opinion, man.
Vest Club. Yeah, I
All
feel
right.
like you got to explain why I wear the Vest Club.
Well, if you put up the video from Comic-Con, everybody will see.
Yeah, exactly. When's it coming up?
When's it coming up?
It's coming up when...
Can I just say, I'm very disappointed that neither of you, being Tom and Duty, did any cosplay. This is the second time round.
I did.
You did?
I was Clark Kent. I had my Superman top underneath. When someone said, "Where's your cosplay?" I just went, and opened up my shirt.
I was Pete Parker. I had a camera.
Yeah.
I think I might for PAX.
Maybe.
I think I want to. I still want to make a Scarecrow outfit from Arkham Knight.
That'd be cool.
I really wanna do it.
How,
That
what
would
are you
be
going to
cool.
make it out of?
No idea.
Broken dreams.
Get the syringes that they put
Passion
like,
and lies.
get the syringes that they put like dog. The dog syringes that like you can inject into their mouths and put it on your fingers because he's got it on his hands, doesn't he?
That's what I
Even
was
better,
thinking.
get the ones that are filled with alcoholic Jello, and then when you get really bored or like just progressively throughout packs,
Just make everything much more fun.
Exactly. All right, so let's go straight into Man Talk.
I challenge you to a dance-off.
Man talk.
No trash talk, no backwalk. On the black top, just me and you.
Man talk.
No catcalls, no tag teams, no mascots. Right now.
Man talk.
You're so proud of that, aren't you, Judy?
It's fucking great.
I love it. It's great. All right, so we'll start with our guest. Matt, what have you been up to?
What are you doing?
No, what?
No. Fucking bring it back.
I like that.
Hey!
I like the what are you doing?
Yes. I'll put it on the soundboard.
Well, obviously, where this podcast is leading to is the Spider-Man review. So,
Spiderman.
leading into that, I'm always the one in my friendship group that sort of books the tickets, but whenever we go to the movies, so I booked the tickets for Spider-Man on Thursday night, and
You are prepared. I think we did it the day.
yeah. So we actually we ended up getting to the ticket booth part of Hoyt's in Chadstone, and this
Now
poor,
people know where
this
you live.
poor girl. Well, on that topic, you brought this up when I did the review the other week, and you said to Tom like you gave away his surname, but you constantly refer to him as Mr. Commons.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Wait.
His address
I think
is...
you have a sound. You have a sound effect for your stupidity. Come on, Mr. Soundboard.
doing a lot better than you. It's not on my soundboard.
But anyway, so yeah, we get to the ticket booth, and this poor girl, she's feeling very pressured. She gave the impression that she'd just started working there, and she's trying to scan the ticket. She cannot scan the ticket on my phone, and eventually we kind of pressured her a little bit, making little jokes about it, and she's just gone, "Oh, it's fine, just go in." So we go in, we go all the way to our seats, all the way at the back. And people are sitting in our seats, and it's like, oh no, what's going on here? So we kind of say, I think you're in our seats. They pull out their phone, and it says they're in their right seats. And then I kind of notice the difference in the date on their phone and on my phone. And I hit the home button on my iPhone, and I see the date app, and I've booked the tickets for the wrong day.
Oh god!
And I'm like, oh god. And it's opening night, so I'm like, this doesn't bode well for us. So we walk out of the row, and I say to my friends, I'm like, look, I've really fucked up here. We start going through the cinema, sitting in different seats, and eventually we kind of realised it's like, this isn't going to work. It's opening night. It's an 8:30 session. People are going to keep rocking up and going, you're in our seats. So like, we even at one point went out to the bathroom, let people walk in.
To let people go in,
Yeah. So we could just kind of sneak back in. Eventually, we kind of said, stuff this, and ended up going and told their situation. And thankfully, there was only 5 seats left
Good thing
in
you
the
did
cinema.
that.
So, you know, luckily, there was only 3 of us. So
Were you like right at the front with like your neck cranked?
we were very close to the front. Not so bad in Chadstone because they've got those reclining seats now.
Yeah.
However, I purposely chose the back row because my friend always complains that people are making noise in Chadstone for some reason. Like, I don't know why, it's just Chadstone, but he always complains about it. So I purposely chose the back seat. So if anyone made any noise, they'd be directly in front of us.
That's a good idea.
I think there was these 4 kids, and how their mates didn't tell their one mate to stop it is beyond me. But he twisted a Coke can for about 45 minutes throughout the movie.
Oh my god.
And so eventually,
wanna kill
my
him,
friend
mate.
finally said something, and he was very calm and collective about it, and he's just gone, "Oi, dude with the can, cut it out." Now,
It's like the most Australian thing ever.
Yeah.
Cut it out.
Chris Brown's gonna love that.
but you know, my friend he's you know, a big bloke with a big beard. He's got his head tattooed. He's got his hands tattooed. He's covered in tattoos.
Sounds like my kind of guy.
So, you know, it was so funny just seeing, because at that stage when my friend had told him to cut it out, he's been twisting the can in the drink holder section of the armchair, and it's so funny. I watched him let go of the can and then ever so slowly move his hand away. And then no more distractions, and I got to enjoy the movie.
If you listened really quietly, like closely, you could actually hear his sphincter close up.
So yeah, I mean that's what I've brought to Man Talk.
That's good.
Duty.
Sphincter. And talk nothing that much with me. We've got some podcasting news, but we'll get to that a bit later. But Ian and I did go to a little well-known establishment known Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Yeah, I don't think they have that anywhere else.
No, Kentucky is it's a Perth invention.
Yeah.
We went to the seeing as he already said Chadstone, we went to the Hyatt KFC. And Ian and I have walked in. We can't decide what we want, so we're just sort of looking at the menu and perusing. And a chick walks in with a big KFC bag, and she goes, "Are you in line?" "No, we're just looking." "Good, because I'm here to complain." And Ian goes, "We can tell." And
You're holding a bag of KFC and you're in line.
And she asks for the manager, and she starts pulling out all the food out of her bag, going, "The chips are cold." And I ordered a bucket of chicken, and I got nothing but drumsticks. And me and Ian had gone, "That's like the best bucket you can eat." What was your line? "That's cutlery with food around it."
Yeah, that's the best thing about them. They're cutlery. You just pick it up, eat it, and throw it in the bin.
And she caused a bit of a kerfuffle. We were standing there for like maybe 15 minutes or so.
It felt like forever.
And then she started talking while she essentially said, I want a free meal. And
I want this meal replaced, and I want a free meal.
And I want a free meal. And then she was talking to the people who had just ordered, and then they held us back so we couldn't order, and then they were talking and complaining about it. And the manager brings them essentially fresh chicken, if you will, and the woman goes, "What's in it?" Takes the lid off and starts going through with her hands, and the woman's like, the manager's just gone, you have to turf that now if there's nothing you don't like. And she wanted, 4 breasts and so many wings and so many thighs, and Ian's just sitting there going, "Fuck, no one likes the breasts. Fuck off."
Name
And-
one person that likes breasts.
Chicken breast.
What are you talking about?
And she was just a fucking nightmare, yelling at like kids and Amelia, the manager. She was just.
But the breasts are the worst ones. You've got the wings, which have all the flavour, but not that much meat, but they've got all the flavour. And then you've got drumsticks, which, like I said, cutlery with food already on them. And they're just the best ones.
The breast just gives you skin, which you have to like rip off the bones.
Yeah, it's all bone on the undercarriage. Nothing else good about it. I don't know, this woman, I felt sorry for these kids.
I don't know, it seems less impressive now that I'm talking about it. But we were sitting there, we were giving her the greasies when we were standing in line waiting for chicken.
I was fucking hungry, and she was complaining for a good 20 minutes. It was bullshit fucking.
Bullshit fucking.
Bullshit fucking.
Bullshit fucking.
Yes.
Anything else?
I went to Garmi's Chicken on Friday without Ian, and it was great.
Yeah, cunt.
Garlic chicken is great.
Boneless chicken.
So good.
So good.
I didn't go to Garmi's Chicken.
He had
I
Vietnamese
wasn't
rolled
invited. Oh, I fucking hate that shit. It was so bad. Anyway, I'm holding a bottle of Ultra Death Sauce because we had it last night and it was really fucking hot.
Oh, tell him your dick story.
I'm getting there.
Do I want to know?
Yeah, no. So yeah, this Ultra Death Sauce, it's pretty fucking hot. We made Tom Commons try it before.
Yes.
How was it?
Painful.
Painful.
Very
yeah.
painful.
I'll just read the back of it.
My lips have just stopped tingling.
Suggested use. Be warned, this sauce contains ingredients 900 times hotter than jalapeno chili. Use sparingly. Ultra Death Sauce should not be consumed without dilution. Of course, we just dug our finger in and tried it. Stupidest thing we've ever done. It's so hot. I've had the ghost chili on this show as well, and this is equally hot. It's
The ghost chili made your whole mouth die.
that
like,
did
numb.
as well. That made
That one does feature on that hot sauce YouTube channel, doesn't it?
Hot ones.
Yeah.
That's what I was telling them about before. I think so.
it's so hot.
I think it's
But
up
I
there
actually
in
think
the
it's
painful.
ultra. I think it's Ultra Mega Death Sauce,
Okay.
which I'm guessing is the same brand, just hotter.
Either
than
way,
this.
would not recommend.
No,
I have
it's
tried
so
it once
hot.
before as well.
Yeah. So after we tried that last night, I went, fuck me, that's hot, and just spat everywhere and cried. And then I went to take a piss, and then afterwards I sat down and went, I didn't wash my hands after I took a piss.
Oh no!
And I'm sitting there and my pants are getting hotter and hotter. I can just feel my knob heating up. It was the most uncomfortable sit. Oh, it was so bad. So yeah, after
So good.
yeah, so I had to stop kind of what we were doing and go inside and wash my dick in Dutram sink, and that's my man talk. That's not a euphemism.
Mon, clean out the sink.
On to me. All right, so I wasn't invited to KFC or Garmy.
Aw.
Thanks, guys. Just around the corner.
You played
Whatever,
crack.
whatever. How dare you? Yeah, so I watched a lot of things, actually. So I watched the first season of Castlevania on Netflix,
Good.
which is only 4 episodes, which is really annoying. So it's it's an anime, but I think it's a Western anime. So I don't actually think it's...
It's about a video game, isn't it? Castlevania?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was enjoyable. I wanted to watch more, but 4 episodes and they're 22 minutes each. It was kind of
That's very
weird.
short.
Very short.
I thought when you said only 4 episodes, I was picturing like a lot of British shows like Sherlock and stuff, where they only have like 4 episodes, but they're like movie length, 2 hour and a half
Yeah.
length episodes.
They're only 20 minutes, so I was just sort of like... It felt like they just sort of got into it, and then I was like, why is it not autoplaying episode 5? Just
Obviously, they weren't sure whether or not that would take off, so they didn't want to spend too much money or time on it then.
Yeah, it definitely appears that way. It was a Netflix original series, so...
They seem to be pumping out a lot, so maybe they're pumping out too many and they're not really sure anymore.
Yeah, no, for sure. And then next, I've watched half of season 1 of Limitless, which is also on Netflix, which is based off the Limitless movie, which had Bradley Cooper in it.
Mm-hmm.
And De Niro.
Was De Niro in it?
Yeah.
Oh,
He
okay.
was the... I don't know. He was De Niro. He's De Niro and everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, that show, I found it had been axed after 1 season, but so far, halfway through the season,
Did they have Jennifer Carpenter in it as well? The girl from Dexter?
Oh, the TV series does, yes.
Yeah, I'm going to watch the show. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's good.
I think
She's
Bradley
good in
Cooper
it.
appears for like 1 episode.
You got it.
He's in there. Well, I've seen him twice,
Okay.
but like little tiny, sort
Just
of
little clips.
cameo
Yeah.
roles more than anything. But yeah, he does have a part to play in the story. And then also Fargo. I watched season 1 of Fargo.
I really want to watch that.
Brilliant.
Yeah?
It is.
Because
It
I
is
still haven't seen the
fantastic.
movie. I feel like I want to watch the movie before I watch
I
the show.
still haven't watched the movie.
Really?
The movie's good.
So obviously you don't need to see the
movie's
movie.
good. No,
No.
it's unrelated.
I think. Well, there's one part, to my understanding.
In season 1.
Well, how the supermarket owner gets his money is
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
apparently.
Yeah, you don't. I don't think you need to know it at all. It's.
But I still want to
pretty
watch
much
it
an
just because
unrelated
it's
story.
fuck, who are they?
Don't look at me. I haven't seen it.
They're the brothers. They directed a whole bunch of like No Country for Old Men and
Ah, yeah, no.
yeah, I've forgotten his name.
No, I don't
But
know.
Farrelly Brothers.
Yeah, I think it's them.
I don't know.
But yeah, Billy Bob is fantastic in
Really?
that first season. It's a really good.
He's just got
show.
so much charisma.
Yeah,
He's got that coolness. He's like
Bring your mic up, Tom.
Okay.
There you go.
And then lastly, I got very angry last night playing Crash Bandicoot, but we will get onto that more when we get to the game section. And moving into the news.
Are we? I was going to say a quick shout out to...
Right.
We've got... it's not in our news, but it is a very big deal for us.
It's our news.
It's our news. So it's the show's Man Talk. The show as a person.
Okay.
Yes. We've just joined the Podfix network.
We did.
We are now officially part of a network.
We're basically
We're
professionals.
Skynet. We've joined Skynet.
We're Skynet. That's a way to get people to listen to us. We're
guys-
Skynet.
You guys sold out.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
We sold out for all that money that we're not getting.
So,
Podcasting, yeah.
in the Podfix network, we've got shows such as More Gooder Than, Homeboys and Bakers. We've got the Whom Spiked the Puns. We've got So Married a Movie Geek.
We've really got to stop saying whom spiked the puns.
Yeah, I can hear them. You can hear it now. Just shut up. And shout out to Andrew from Lights and Sides Entertainment because I know he listens. That's all.
Aloha.
Man, news.
Channel 4 News with 5-time Emmy Award-winning anchor Ron Burgundy.
Go on, Mr. Johnson.
Ian, take us away with the movie news.
Movie news. I'm going to hit it first with a rumor. Rumor is that Warner Brothers are looking to make a live-action Superman Red Sun movie. Brackets. Fuck yes.
That's such a good book.
Which we were just looking at your statue before. Yeah, Duty actually has a statue of.
Superman Red Sun.
Yeah.
It is a fucking great
What
book.
scale is that?
That is a 1/4 sideshow premium format statue.
It's
Very
a
nice.
big-ass statue. Next
read
movie
that book.
news. Actor Michael, bad guy from John Wick, dies at 56 after a long battle with lung cancer.
Yeah, so he played the Russian mobster.
Yeah, he's in a lot of
He was the
movies.
father, yeah? Of
Yes.
The,
Yeah.
He's in a lot.
Michael Nickfist, I think, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was in the American version of Girl with the Dragon Tattoo as well.
Yes, he was.
Yes.
Alright, moving on. Matt Reeves has said that Batman film will be a noir-driven detective movie. He added, I want to do a very point-of-view driven, you know?
This is verbatim.
Verbatim. This movie with all films... What? With all films I try to do is an almost Hitchcockian sense to use the camera, to use it as storytelling. So you become the character and you empathize with that point of view. And I think there's a chance to do almost noir-driven detective versions of Batman. Alright. I didn't write this piece of news.
I'm on the
Just
soundboard
fucking-
and it's working.
Just goes on.
Well, that could be interesting.
He's doing a noir fucking basically Batman.
You also
Which-
confirmed that
It's
Ben
probably the
Affleck
best.
is Batman because there are like mini rumors going around that he's no longer Batman.
Yeah, he did
That he,
confirm
that
it.
he cracked the wobblers.
I think that's probably the best way to do it is if you're doing a detective movie, which essentially Batman is, he's the world's greatest detective, and do a...
They have not captured that in most of the movies.
No,
No,
they
they
haven't.
haven't.
And I think that is also a very good way to do it. That's a good point, is to stand out from all the other Batman movies just because there's so many of them. You do have to do it a bit different.
Yeah.
I guess we got a little taste of that in some of the movies, but...
The
we
Nolan
never-
movies more so because you look at
Yeah.
Batman and it's like fucking Mr. Freeze is robbing a museum. Ugh.
I guess you didn't really get in Dark Knight Rises, but a little bit in Dark Knight when he's doing the
bullet
kind of
testing and
bullet
stuff, yeah.
testing.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I actually like that part of Batman more than majority of the other parts. That's personal taste. Next piece, the news. Photos of the cast of X-Men, The Dark Phoenix meeting the Canadian Prime Minister, and James McAvoy has his Professor X shaved head.
Bring it back now.
Oh,
Go on.
God. Bald. First day of filming Deadpool 2 started June 26th with Ryan Reynolds saying, "It's good to be back." Thank you. Amy Pascal now confirms that Venom film is a standalone film and not in the MCU, which we already knew. Top Gun sequel for 2019, possibly called Top Gun Maverick. An R2-D2 unit made from original parts used while filming the original Star Wars trilogy and the first two prequels, has sold for $2.76 million. Fucking hell. Wonder Woman is officially the highest grossing DCEU film in the US. What was that?
Can I not change it up?
No. Peter Parker is in Iron Man 2. He's the kid that almost gets hit by the hammer drone.
See, I don't believe that.
Either do I. I feel like that's just...
This is.
Kevin Feige said it was, and they're just like, cool, let the fanboys have it.
I feel like it just kind of
That's just
matches up, and someone's just kind of fan theoried it, and so
Yeah.
they've just kind of gone, yeah,
It's just a
yeah, it can be that.
That's
Because-
essentially what it is.
Yeah,
without spoiling, because we've all seen the movie, there's no reference to that in
No.
any way. Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom set photos. Have you seen them?
No.
You put it in the news and you haven't seen them.
Does it have Goldblum in it?
I put them in.
Oh, did you?
Yes.
Have you seen
I actually
them?
don't know whether it has Goldblum in it. Does it?
How does
In
chair?
the photos or in the movie?
In the photos. He's confirmed to be in the movie.
Oh,
Yeah, he's
okay.
confirmed to be in the movie.
The photos currently are just it's an actual massive, actually practical effect made T-Rex in like a cage thing that's been
Yes,
compressed.
I did see that actually.
So I don't know what's going on there, but just
It's obviously
It's
going to be
pretty
an
cool.
integral part if they're making
Yeah.
robotic.
well, they're obviously
version.
capturing and moving dinosaurs somewhere and doing
Yeah.
stuff like that. So it'll be interesting. Which seems very similar to Jurassic Park 2, which
Yeah.
had that themes in it, didn't it?
Oh, nothing's original these days.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I think it's good to just to have Jeffy back. Last piece of news, movie news I have here is a possible spoiler, so block your eardrums if you don't want to hear it for Infinity War. No? Everyone wants to listen, apparently. All right, Infinity War. Photos have been taken, were released on Wednesday from Atlanta, the set of Infinity War, and it depicts Benedict Cumberbatch's Doctor Strange laying flat on his back, being menaced by an actor in a motion capture suit. On closer inspection of the mocap suit, you can see initials on his shoulder patch that reads E.B. Moore, which would seem to indicate Ebony Moore. Dude, do you know who that is?
No.
You don't know who that is?
No.
Neither.
Well,
I
I,
also-
do.
Do you now?
Yeah.
Is that because you researched
Just
it based
because
on
I
this?
researched it based on this, yeah.
who is Ebony Moore?
So there's kind of like a gang that are Thanos' followers.
Okay.
I can't remember the name of them, to be honest with you. But he's one of the leaders of that.
Okay.
Oh, cool.
So essentially, Thanos' goons who believe in his kind of belief.
Worship him, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
There's also photos of Robert Downey Jr. on set in his sort of casual outside of Iron Man gear, and he's wearing shirts that show the arc reactor back in his chest.
Yeah,
It's a triangle diamond sort of look in his chest now rather than a circle.
Oh, interesting. Right.
I wonder why
Moving
you
on.
put that
Take
back
us on
in.
to our next
Yeah.
bits of news.
What am I doing?
Comics.
Comics. All right. Speaking of Marvel Infinity War, Benedict Cumberbatch on his back. We've got some new Marvel comic books coming out called Marvel Legacy, which is a bit of a relaunch that Marvel's doing. You guys might find some of this interesting. I'm looking at you, Matt. So James Rhodes, also known as the character of War Machine, is dead in the comic books. Any guess on who might be an awesome kick-ass person to replace the character of War Machine?
In the comic books.
Yes.
Ian.
One guess. Quick. Each. Go. Marvel character.
Thanos.
No. Tom.
I have no idea.
Hulk.
Matt.
I also do not cope well under pressure.
The Punisher is the new War Machine.
Oh,
That's actually a really cool idea. Isn't
that
it?
is cool. But
Yes.
will that be because they're going to have the Netflix stuff?
No,
That's gonna
it won't go into that.
But it won't go into that. But wouldn't that be sort of problematic having them both kind of running at the same sort of?
Yeah, people are idiots.
Just because the
People won't notice.
but isn't it sort of like the whole Marvel thing? They touch on what happens, but
Yeah.
they don't cross over. So, like the TV shows, they acknowledge the things that have happened in the movies, but
Yep.
the movies will never acknowledge anything from the TV series.
Yes, but this is for the comic books.
Yeah. Oh, right.
So-
Sorry.
Yeah.
Comics.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was going to say, where are you going with this, right? So in the current books, Jane Foster is the character played by Natalie Portman, is Thor. She's the current Thor in the comic books. And Jane Foster is going to die in the comic books. She has cancer, terminal cancer. Every time she transforms from Jane Foster into Thor, because they actually transform, the cancer spreads. So it looks like she's going to die, and Thor is going to get his hammer back. So they're bringing back Thor.
Surprise, surprise.
Yes. There's a new series of books called The Spirits of Vengeance, if you will. It's sort of like a badass version of the Avengers and sort of thing. It contains Ghost Rider, Blade, Satana, don't know who that is, and Damien Hellstrom, don't know who that is. But Blade and Ghost Rider working together is kind of cool.
What excellent research you've done there, dude.
I know, thank you. And finally, Sam Wilson, also known as the Falcon, currently going back to the mantle of the Falcon. In the books, currently, he is Captain America. Now he's going back to the Falcon. So it looks like Steve Rogers is going to be Captain America again.
Here's a question: is the Falcon cool in the comics?
Yeah, he's pretty cool.
Because I don't find him a cool character in the movies.
Neither do I.
Yeah, he's
I
not
find
my
him
cup of
alright.
tea.
I don't think they've developed him enough to have
I
that
think
sort of
that's
like a
what it
real
is.
emotional connection
There's nothing
to
special
him.
about him. The actor
he's just
himself
sort of-
is like interesting and like he's a fun kind of guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's nothing about the character that sticks out to me.
Yeah, I honestly just feel he's there to make the Avengers look like a bigger team.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, so we'll go straight to our TV news. So first up, we have the Inhumans trailer. Anybody seen this?
Yep.
You don't like it?
It looks like crap.
Yeah, look, it's going to be one of those guilty pleasures where I've started and I'm going to be like, I'm invested in it. And
Gotta watch the rest
you
of
know,
it.
you go, oh, I got to give it another try. I got to give I got to give episode 2 a try. It'll get good, hopefully. And I can just
Just
tell.
look at
It's
Agents
gonna
of S.H.I.E.L.D. It took 3 seasons to get good.
I'm looking at it and seeing it like it's going to be like a sort of Stargate Atlantis sort of quality.
It looks like
show.
Marvel's version of
reckon?
Legends of
Blasphemy.
Tomorrow.
You don't reckon?
Stargate Atlantis is brilliant.
No. I'm saying that I'm excited for it. I want to watch it. I like Stargate Atlantis.
Yeah, but I feel this trailer just, I'm not sold.
Yeah, look at
all.
like comic book.
If it's
what it looks like
anything-
in the book to what it looks like in the TV show, and it's
If it's anything like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., then I won't like it. But if it's, good.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. has its moments, but because I gave up on it when I first started watching it. I
Yeah.
gave up on it about halfway, and then I won't. Even everybody has watched it, I won't bother spoiling it. But there's a section halfway through the first season where a character just completely flips, and you don't necessarily see it coming. And I was like, cool.
Something's
And
finally
so
happening in
when
this show.
when that happened, I kind of, that's when it became that guilty pleasure that I was just like,
Yeah.
I need to keep.
Because I
watching
remember,
it.
I think I probably got like halfway through the first season as well, and that's when I gave up because there was just fucking nothing happening.
It was just I just so happened to revisit it during that sort of downtime when all your favorite shows have kind of stopped,
Died off.
Yeah,
Next up, we have the Jetsons live-action TV show in the works with Warner Brothers. Robert Zemeckis from Back to the Future is executive producing. And lastly, in our TV news, we have the Death Note Netflix trailer.
yes.
I am quite excited for that.
Likewise.
We'll have to see how it goes.
Yeah, as I said earlier, I haven't seen anime.
William Dafoe's the Shimugagi. Shimugagi.
Oh, that casting is brilliant.
Shirogami.
Even though it's CGI and it doesn't even,
That's
it's not meant to
great
look
voice
like
acting.
him, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
just his face looks like
And he's got that voice.
He looks like a demon.
really.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like that's what's so amazing.
They,
about
they better show in the love with the Death God and apples. I really want to see that in the movie.
Shout out to More Gooder Than,
More gooder than. Yes.
for just a little William Dafoe. So maybe you might want to have sex with
Oh yes, they love William
Shirogami.
Dafoe. Moving along.
Game news. All right, first up, we have the SNES Classic revealed to include Star Fox 2.
Yes, because the game Star Fox 2, I don't think was.
It never
officially
released.
Yeah.
It was almost completely finished, and at that point in time, I believe Nintendo were about to bring out the 64 to compete with 3D games, and that game, Star Fox 2, was a 3D game, and they said, no, we want to kind of end this console with 2D, and then bring out all 3D games for the 64. So that's why
And that's where we got
it
Lava
literally, it
Balls.
was pretty much done, and then they said, no.
Also, speaking about Nintendo, it's also been found that the Wii... Sorry, not the Wii. What's the new one? The Switch. That's the one. The Switch actually has a NES emulator built into its firmware, which has only just been revealed.
Give us some fucking NES games then, Nintendo.
Exactly. So pretty much all they have to do is release a patch and turn it on.
Yeah. Maybe I have this awful feeling they're just trying to get a good catalogue of games so that when they release it, it's all there.
Well, I'm thinking they just don't want to compete with these classic consoles that they're
Yeah,
releasing.
that's probably true. So they'll probably wait till after SNES comes out, Mini SNES comes out, and then
Release a Mini
exactly.
64, then I'll be interested.
that probably won't happen anytime soon.
And then we have Doomfist teased for Overwatch.
Yes.
In a fictional news blog report on the Overwatch blog...
Yep.
I just read blog twice there. It's explained that Doomfist has been broken out of prison by Reaper and subsequently reclaimed his gauntlet weapon from in-game location Numbani. Will Terry Crews be Doomfist?
No,
Duty hopes so.
it's not, and I'm so fucking pissed.
Poor Duty. Poor
Yes.
Duty. Gee.
Yes, I know who those characters are.
Me too. No, every single one of them. Now, Duty. Friday the 13th.
Yeah, cool. So, the past couple of weeks, I got the Friday the 13th video game done by Gun Media, and it's actually pretty fun. So, it's essentially, if any of you guys played Evolve, or heard of Evolve?
Yes,
I-
I've played it all.
I downloaded it with Xbox Gold and then never played
Never
it.
played it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. It's essentially you got 8 survivors or camp counselors. One person plays as Jason, and Jason needs to find the counselors, kill them, and the game ends. The counselors need to escape the area. You can't really fight Jason, so you can escape with car, you can escape with boat, you can call the cops, or you can wait for the time to run out. But Jason is incredibly overpowered. He can teleport, he can warp, he can sense where you are, so he can actually find where you are on the map. And
Right.
it's very, very graphic. And I've been playing the fuck out of this, and I've thoroughly enjoyed.
Thoroughly enjoyed. Would I recommend?
I would, if you've got friends that play, it is a $50 price tag, and for $50 for 3 maps for 1 game mode, it is a bit much. But if you get a group of, say, 5 mates, all buy it and play it, you'll have so much fucking fun with it.
Awesome.
It's actually really terrifying playing as a counselor, because the music starts and you can hear Jason walking and you hear the when he's close and when he's getting his powers, that sound effect goes off, and it just becomes so fucking terrifying because he'll just break through walls and yeah.
I feel like I would have enjoyed this game a lot more if it had been Freddy Krueger. I just like Freddy Krueger a lot more.
Yeah, but you can't run in a dream.
Yeah, you can. You just don't run where you want to run.
Lastly, I know that 3 of us have played it. I'm not sure whether you have, Matt. Crash Bandicoot. Now, I know Ian's the only one who actually owns it. So, how about you give us a review on this?
Rage-tastic, that's what I say. It's so frustrating. It's one of the most frustrating games I've ever played. I don't remember it being this hard, and a lot of people are saying that as well. And apparently it's actually, like, harder than the original games were.
Well, what I heard is the reason why 1 and 2 are harder than they were originally is because they've actually used the jumping mechanic from 3
that's
and
what
put
I
it
heard.
across all of them, so it wasn't made for that jumping mechanic.
Yeah, the jumping, he falls a lot quicker, I believe, in the third one. And the original 1 and 2, he kind of slowly drops. So it makes a big difference to when you're trying to land on small things, because you don't have as much time to react.
I watched someone play it on Twitch the other day, and they were just struggling hard.
Oh, it's so frustrating.
It is actually really
I got you
hard.
past a hard level. Let me just say that. I did.
sure.
Boulder Dash.
Boulder Dash isn't that hard. I would have got
You didn't beat it.
I only got like 1
Moving
game.
along.
But yeah, it's a really good game. Highly recommend if you want a nostalgia boner. It's not very expensive at the moment here at EB Games in Australia. They have a deal where you trade in 2 useless games and you can get it for $20, which is what I did. I had 2 games sitting around I didn't really want or play, so got rid of them. $20 for Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, so I would also recommend it as long as you are fine with being extremely angry.
Yeah,
So
and,
angry.
I mean, you'll probably the money that you do save doing that, you'll probably need to put it towards another controller.
Or another TV.
Yeah, or another light.
That's
Any of you guys play Super Meat Boy?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
I didn't get past the first boss.
Another rage-tastic game.
I love that.
Because that was free on Xbox. And
I
was
love
I'll
Super
get
Meat
this.
Boy. It's a really good game.
Well, we watched that indie game documentary, and it actually goes in depth about like the creators of it and the stress that they went through, and
Wow.
Yeah.
and so we watched it getting made, and was like, oh, we got to get this game. So we actually paid for it.
Yeah.
And we were sitting down for hours every night at my friend's house just playing it
It's
and
really
raging
good.
It is
all
really good.
the time.
It's very clever, the jumping mechanics and stuff that they've put into it.
Yeah.
It's very different and very similar at the same time. They've hit a good balance.
I did really enjoy it. So that's the end of our news. So let's move on to the main event.
What is the main event? What is the week of this week's theme? This week's theme?
That's Spider-Man.
But what he said.
Spider-Man does whatever a spider can. Spins a web any size, catches thieves just like flies. Look out, here comes the Spider-Man. Is he
I'm not going to play
Strong,
the whole.
listen, bud.
I'm not gonna play the whole minute.
Radioactive blood.
So as is tradition, Mr. Johnson.
Do what I suggested. Do what I suggested.
Yes, we are keeping it somewhat traditional.
We're gonna
mixing it up a bit.
We're gonna. This is our new thing. We're gonna do to you.
Yeah, so you
Bend
have
over.
to tell us the story,
Jesus.
our synopsis, but without using the letter E.
What?
What? No, Ian. No. Go on.
Good luck. This is how you make dead air, ladies and gentlemen.
Let me remind you, Spider-Man has the word E in it.
Spider-Man.
All right,
You said
let's just take
already
out a
failed.
word. Let's make it. You have to do it without saying Spider-Man.
All right. The movie that we saw today, not today, the movie that we saw
The movie that we're reviewing.
the other day that we're reviewing is about a boy. He's a teenager. He's supposed to be 15, but he looks about 25.
He's 21 in real life.
Is he?
Yes, he is.
There you go.
It's better than the
First
other
name.
It's better
first
than the
name,
other ones.
Penis.
Venus.
Venus Parker.
He does look, actually, a lot younger.
Was it Tobey Maguire was 27?
And I believe Andrew Garcia was... Andrew Garcia. I think he was even older. He just happened to look younger. In either way, so this skips all the origin story stuff about Spider-Man because we've seen it twice now. Jumps right into it. He's in high school where he already has the powers and everything. It comes right off the back of Civil War. And he's an energetic 15-year-old who's keen to be a superhero, but he's not really quite good enough. And he's trying to prove himself. I guess it's a prove yourself kind of story.
Yep.
And he runs into some weapons dealers.
Yes.
That's essentially the story. Not much really happens. It's a very basic premise.
Very nice.
Yeah, it's a good way.
All right,
It's a good way around it up.
What we'll do is we'll move into our positives on the soundboard, Dutton.
Yes. You had to have Spider-Man.
Feel
That'll
like that song's more of a negative.
Love it. I know what, because I'm the host, I'm just going to pick someone at random. Duty, you go first.
I thoroughly enjoyed this film. Easy to say, this is probably instantly in my top 3 Marvel films right now.
Oh, wow.
Of the MCU. Definitely. Nothing's going to beat Ant-Man for me.
What?
Ant-Man is my number one. I fucking love Ant-Man. I love
turn
it.
around.
You're being serious?
I love Ant-Man.
Oh, wow.
This is the guy whose
Ma-
favourite Joker is Jared Leto.
Yeah.
Live action. All time is Mark Hamill. Anyway, Spider-Man. I thoroughly enjoyed it. The story was quite good, quite refreshing, because I was expecting a bit of like, we're going to see, you got Aunt May and what's the other fucker's name? The one who dies?
Uncle
Ben.
Uncle Ben, thank you.
How could you forget?
Yeah,
We've
here's
been
the-
brainwashed with his
I
death.
was going to say Uncle Owen. I'm like, well, yeah, Star Wars.
Aunt Beru.
Yeah. The guy who makes good rice.
Yeah, so I was expecting to... Wow. I was expecting to see him die and the spider bite and all that sort of stuff, but it just went straight off the bat from Civil War, and it's like, cool, well, we know his powers, we know what he can do. You skipped all that, it's fine. It's like, dude, you need to do that for a Batman film in some instances now. Yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed the story. Michael Keaton was fucking ace. Ace. Easily my favourite Spider-Man villain out of all these Spider-Man films. He's better than Dr. Octopus, in my opinion.
Dr. Octagonopus.
Yes. Yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed it. There's that's it, yeah.
All right. Matt.
Well, I started off watching this movie with like the first 20 minutes with a smile on my face. Like it was so fun.
It was a fun movie.
and uplifting.
This
and
is what
like,
happened when Marvel does a Spider-Man film.
Yeah, like it's up there with one of my favorite Marvel movies as well. It wouldn't knock off Winter Soldier. That's my all-time favorite so far. But yeah, good balance of daytime, nighttime sort of scenes.
Yep.
Loved that I didn't have to see Uncle Ben die.
Yeah.
Like we've seen it. Like just like Bruce
Stop
Wayne's
playing
parents.
with my
I don't want to see
feelings.
that.
Plus,
Like-
it was a very light-hearted movie. It would be very jarring to have something thrown in that's that full on, I think.
Finding out
Yeah,
who
that's
got
true.
to tap Marissa Tomei would be interesting, though. Like, who was that lucky son of a bitch?
She didn't look as good in the movie, I felt.
Nah, man. Nah, she's alright.
But yeah, no, I really enjoyed this movie. Like, I don't want to go too far into it because I know I'll spoil something because I'm no good at that.
Crap, I didn't put the spoiler sound effect on.
It's
Keep
coming-
going.
It's coming soon. Mr. Johnson.
It was definitely a very fun movie. Comedy was very, very spot on, in my opinion. I don't think there was a joke in there that kind of felt out of place. It was so bad. A lot of them, it was just one after the other. It was almost a comedy movie. It had more laughs in it than some comedies that I've been to see. I'm not going to name any particular, but Baywatch was horrible. Never go see it.
Paul from the Countdown would love that.
Oh, so bad. But yeah, the comedy was really good. He had the boy in the chair, excellent. Man in the chair.
Man in the chair.
Excellent. Some really good humor, and yeah, there were some things that I would say as in my negatives, but it's definitely I would agree, in my top Marvel movies. It's not as good as Winter Soldier or Civil War or Guardians 1 or 2, but it's up there. So probably my top 8. Which is weird to say that there's that many movies. It's like, yeah, it's in my top 8.
Marvel make good movies.
Yeah.
Personally, yeah, I would probably agree with you. I do have some negatives for it, but mainly it was funny and I was happy, and there was good character development with Peter Parker, and
Yep.
especially in certain scenes where you're just with him and you're learning about how he actually thinks and his inner workings and all that sort of thing, which I find really interesting. Also, the side characters was really good. The casting, everybody, I think, was spot on. I don't think there was any actors in there that I was like, oh, they did a bad job or anything like that.
One of them I was a bit iffy with, but yeah. I'll leave that.
Well, I love that they brought back Jon Favreau for it.
Yeah.
Playing Happy. Like,
Yeah.
he was great.
I was so happy to see him again.
You were happy to see Happy?
I was happy to see him.
Yeah, see what I did there.
Oh, wow, witty.
And yeah, he worked in that relation, and that's another thing. The relationships between Iron Man and Peter Parker, and
Yeah, it was
between Peter
definitely
Parker and
supposed
Happy
to be
and all
a
that sort of stuff.
father-son kind of thing going on there. They made a lot of pulls towards that kind of relationship, but at the same time it wasn't. It was an interesting relationship.
Yeah, for sure.
Almost business, but not really. It was weird.
Oh, so we'll move on to our negatives.
Negativity tools.
Yes.
I'm so happy.
Spider-Man does whatever a spider can. Spins away. Catches thieves. Draws fireflies. Oh,
All right, I'm a fair host, so now Ian.
Oh, no. All right, negativities. As you said before, a lot of the actors in this were very, very good.
As soon as I hear a keyword, I'm setting off my next sound effect as well.
One of them in particular I wasn't fond of, and that was, and I've forgotten her name, the main love interest.
Was it Liz?
Yes, Liz.
Liz Tyler, I don't know.
Who is that character? I actually don't.
I don't think she's from anything, like in terms of the comics.
Oh no, I think
Is
think
she?
she was around. Like she was one of the first love interests.
Oh, really?
I think I watched something earlier today where it said that. So
You've done your research.
Ooh, look at
Welcome
you.
aboard.
a little bit. We all know we all know what I watched.
She was definitely in that porno. But yeah, she, for my liking, it was almost corny in some moments with her dialogue, where she's like something, you could hear something break in the background at her party, and then she was like, "Oh, I need to go and check that out. My parents will kill me if anything breaks."
Yeah,
Walks
rather
away.
than just being like, "Oh,
Yeah.
I better go."
Yeah, like she felt very one-dimensional as a character. There was nothing there, and you could almost tell that she wasn't supposed to be anything in the next sequel for Spider-Man or anything. So it felt like she was just thrown in, just thrown. Oh, we need a love interest. Throw someone in. Which I don't think in modern times. I don't think you need to have a love interest to make a good movie. Almost would have been better without her, in my opinion. The movie itself, though, was really good, and I think the other supporting actors really built up around Spider-Man. The only problem, again, that I have was that I don't know if it was too humorous in terms of I never felt any empathy or any kind of
I
emotion.
would agree with you there.
Yeah, there was never any emotion, even when it was supposed to be an emotional part where he kind of builds up into what he's going to be, and that's like a big superhero.
Yeah. Like on that, I would say there was definitely a point where I felt like they were going, how can we put a joke in this 5 minutes?
Yeah, it's they slammed the jokes.
Yeah, it was very joke heavy.
There's another really big kind of gripe that I have with what they did storyline wise, but I can't say it for spoilers. But
Save it.
that decision that they
Save it.
that decision that they made to do that was very hammy.
Hammy? Okay.
That's about all I'll say for my negativities.
Matt?
Yeah, I'm struggling to think of something that's not going to be a spoiler.
Yeah,
But yeah, as Ian said, it was very joke heavy, but I think maybe they were just trying to kind of lighten it up a bit because of
It's Spider-Man.
The last Spider-Mans, have been quite dark. The Andrew Garfield ones I actually quite enjoyed, but they were very dark.
they were very dark, yeah.
The only
You
other
want
thing
a
I
staff
could
job and you want a staff job. Anybody care about what I want?
I do.
Shut up. Get out.
the only other thing I would say, and it's not actually the movie, it's just the trailers. Like
The trailers ruined a lot of the movie.
yeah, they showed a lot of the movie.
Yeah.
That
also
being
had a
said,
lot
though,
that wasn't in the
yes, they left a lot out. Like surprisingly, I thought I'd had already seen the movie before going in, but ease up on the what you're showing. Like,
Yeah.
trailers they used to be good, and it's a
that's
dead
what-
art.
I wonder
think.
if that was
Probably my favourite trailer recently was the Force Awakens one. I thought that
Yes.
was really good because
Where it
it actually
teased.
teased it.
Yeah,
Yeah, but for a fact that
yeah.
It's just
Set things will happen.
they're not going to continue that in the new mission. Yeah, but that's story for a different day.
I wonder with the trailers and things how much of a impact Sony had in making decisions around that.
I think there was a huge... Well, we'll go into that later, but, you know...
it does make me question in terms of the movie who makes what decisions. And it was it would be really interesting just to be a fly on the wall for this film and hearing Sony's take on things and the Marvel take on things.
Duty.
To be honest, this is another instance of Wonder Woman for me. I found no fault.
What?
I thoroughly enjoyed the film.
You can't say it's a perfect film.
Well, fuck you.
Well, fuck you then.
You know, give it a couple of weeks, and I'm sure we'll all think of something.
Yeah.
I thoroughly enjoyed. I walked out of that because we went with a couple of mates, and I walked out going, "That was amazing!" It's the Amazing Spider-Man. Like, wow.
I've just thought of another negative from my personal opinion, considering you don't have any. And that is that the action scenes to me felt interesting, but they never felt like I could see what was going on, and it felt like a good Spider-Man action scene. If you think about some of the best action scenes in the Spider-Man movies, you've got the train fight in Spider-Man.
You said Superman.
Thanks. In the Spider-Man 2, where you've got the train fight with Doc Ock, which is iconic as arguably one of the best fights in any movie, even comic book wise. And to me, I can't none of the fights in this movie stand out to me as like, wow, that was really original, that was really cool. Even the way that he wins the fight at the end was meh. That's a personal opinion. What do you guys think? What did you think of the fight scenes in the movie? Did they stand out to you as being anything interesting, or
I thought they were really,
or just a tick box?
I didn't really think about it until you've just sort of bring it up now, but I can't think of anything necessarily memorable in the fight scenes. Like the one, and it's not really a spoiler because it's on the ad, when he's on the boat and pulling it together, that's very reminiscent and is meant to be imitating Spider-Man 2. So, no, I don't
I thought it was really cool because, if you think of all the other previous Spider-Man villains we've had, we've had Electro and we've had Green Goblin, this is the Vulture, and the first thing we see when the Vulture gets Spider-Man, he takes him straight up, and there's nothing Spider-Man can do when he's straight up in the air. That's different.
Yeah, that was different in that aspect.
And he scared the shit out of me the first time I saw the Vulture.
Spider-Man's also supposed to be really strong, and in a lot of the aspects in this, he didn't seem particularly strong. Can you think of many times where he actually punched? He did a lot of...
Yeah, he didn't use his
Didn't do a lot of punching much. Even, or kicking. He did just a lot of web slinging and...
Which is actually one of the things that I found as a negative when I was sitting there. I had no way of measuring how powerful he was. Which is, I was sitting there up until about 3/4 of the film, and there's sort of one scene where you kind of see it, but not really, where I was like, I want a measure of how powerful this Spider-Man is, because you don't see it at all.
He comes off very weak in the film. Which I believe it's intentional.
Well.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's intentional that he's supposed to build up over the next few movies to be a really big character.
Yeah.
But having Iron Man in there made him seem...
Trigger word.
Iron Man does whatever an iron can.
Did you anticipate to use that a lot sooner?
Yeah.
That's Spider-Man. Black Sabbath did Iron Man.
Spider-Man, everyone. Great movie.
This is not. But yeah, I think having Iron Man in it and having Iron Man so powerful made Spider-Man even seem shit in terms of his strength.
It's interesting after you brought up the whole fight scenes being a bit underwhelming sort of thing. Now that I think about it, my favourite scene is not a fight scene.
What was that?
Oh, well,
talk about it.
Speaking of which, I think we should just go straight into spoilers now. Let's make it easy.
Spoilers! There's some spoilers ahead.
Take it you didn't check the sound level on that one, bud.
Ow.
Go.
Alright, Matt, do you want to just start and go in on what you were talking about then?
My favourite scene in the movie is the Washington Monument scene with the elevator.
Yeah.
I thought that was great. Just the whole scene of him trying to get up, trying to get in, breaking the window.
And I think, what made that scene really good was them showing the web clinging to the roof and wondering when it's going to snap, because you could watch it weaken and weaken, and the whole thing's going, when's it going to snap? Yeah, exactly. Builds the tension really well.
But yeah, I just found that scene there was a lot of, like, I don't know, I was just invested in that scene. Like, there was nothing that was going to distract me, and I was just like, this is great.
The complete opposite, because when that scene was happening, about 3 seats over, because there were blanks, there were 2 girls who were commenting on everything. Oh my god! I get it! I'm like, shut the fuck up.
But they did same people during the romance scenes, like, no,
Yeah.
no, shut the fuck up.
Who does that?
I don't know.
There were 2 girls doing it the whole movie. Everything, anything that like happened. Oh my god!
Throwing your popcorn at him.
Yeah.
I didn't have popcorn. I had a metal cup.
That works too.
Yeah. Judy gave in and bought the Spider-Man cup.
The $20 like drink bottle.
Yeah.
Wow.
It looks fucking sick, and I don't have a drink bottle.
Spoilers
I don't
gone.
understand how you still have money. Well, so why don't we just go around? Everybody, tell me what's your favourite scene, Ian?
Favorite scene? Ooh, that's interesting. I think my favorite scene. It's really hard to pick one, but when there's the interaction between Spider-Man and his AI in his suit.
Karen?
Oh, when they're in
Karen.
I think
the facility.
Yeah, in the lockdown
Yeah,
facility.
that was great.
That was a really good
my
scene.
favourite too.
And the funny thing was, this movie has such good casting around Spider-Man, and that scene didn't have any other characters. It was just him and his AI. And it worked really well. It was like him training and learning all these things, which was also really important to the story because you had to know that he had learnt all these skills so that he could use them later on.
I think you learn a lot about him in that scene as well. I even think, because I agree with you, and I actually am surprised that you pull that up as your favourite, because I was like, yes, I have one that probably other people won't have.
Oh, really?
But they like develop him a lot in that very small section.
Yeah.
My only negative of it is I actually think it could have been a little bit longer, and they could have built him more. But yeah,
It was pretty cool seeing him like try the different webs and all that sort of stuff out as well.
I think then would have been a good time if they wanted to do some kind of flashbacks to show some of the other things, like how he got bitten by the spider. Or actually, on that, there was never any mentions of a lot of things in the Spider-Man universe, which is a bit of a negative to me because it felt like a Marvel movie pretty much the whole way through, and it didn't feel like a Spider-Man Marvel movie because I didn't get any Oscorp, I didn't get any of these kind of characters that you know as Spider-Man, except for Flash.
that's true.
Yeah.
Did you guys feel the same, or was that just me going like, but doesn't feel
I'm
like,
sure if you go back and watch the
Marvel.
film again, he'll walk past like a newsstand and it'll say the Daily Bugle on it or something like that.
I didn't, none of them really stood out to me.
I think my main thing with the time that it's set and the age that he is that I'm sitting here and just going, I don't know how long he's going to stay in the Marvel universe, but I want to see J. Jonah, and I want to see Eddie Brock, and I want to see all these characters which just probably won't fit in.
Yeah, that's
with
what
that
I'm worried as
timeline.
well. I'm thinking maybe they won't just put them in because they don't want to.
Well, maybe
have
Sony
these
will go
parallels.
like, this is our best Spider-Man film ever. Shit, we should extend this contract.
Maybe.
Well,
Depends how much money they get.
There has been talk that like Spider-Man is being groomed to be the main member of the Avengers post Infinity War. So that'll
Do you
be
think that
interesting
would
to have.
actually happen though, given Sony's
Given the contract?
Well, Sony gets all the money from ticket sales. Marvel gets all the money from merchandising.
Yeah,
That's
Oh shit, that's
but
a
it
lot
would
of
become
money.
problematic if it was him to be in the Avengers movies all the time.
Yeah, but I reckon they'll release their they're doing a Silver Sable movie and a Venom movie, and without having connections such as having Iron Man in it would be cool, or just a Stark logo somewhere, something like that. They'll go, it's crap.
Yeah,
Like, it's Sony. Come on.
Yeah.
What was your favourite scene, Judy?
I can't really think of a favourite scene, but it's a particular, like, it's a shot that I'm thinking of, like a camera shot, or that was really just, that's fucking cool. It's just after the scene where Adrian Toomes brings in his new wingsuit and it knocks out the whole building. And just after, like, the rubble falls on Spider-Man, he picks himself back up and he runs outside, and there's the Vulture crouched over a billboard and the wings are, like, flapped down, and he looks like a vulture. Like, that is fucking cool.
That shot, and there's the shot where it's got the moon behind him.
Yeah.
And I was
found
like,
that very Batman.
Yeah, I found it very Batman.
the Tim Burton.
Yeah.
How did we all feel about the Vulture?
I loved him. My fucking favourite.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
I like. I like. Yeah,
Just
fuck
Ian's
off.
face on that one.
Yeah, no, I did. I like Michael Keaton.
Yeah.
I think it's the Michael Keaton aspect of this Vulture that I loved. I don't know if I loved the way that the Vulture was in terms of the suit and everything.
I loved it.
To me, it felt like he was fighting
because it's
Iron
so
Man.
hard to do Vulture as a movie character.
Yeah.
His characterization in like that scene when he's in the actual when he's in the car with Peter when he drops him off at prom and he's got the gun in his hand and stuff. That was awesome.
Yeah. I loved it when he opened the door.
Oh yeah,
Peter's like. I don't know why, and I don't know if it was the same for you guys or not, but for some reason, I wasn't expecting it.
No.
And so he opened the door, and I'm like, and then instantly I've gone, I should have expected that.
Yeah,
it was done really well.
And just how he's supposed to smile in photos, and he's just staring at him.
Yeah,
that was actually my negative, and that is like I do like that I didn't see it coming, and I think that the reason why we probably didn't see it coming was because we would have thought that would be stupid. Why would they do that?
Yeah,
because it's very cliche to have, my girlfriend or my date's dad is the villain of the movie. It's super cliche, and you would assume that Marvel wouldn't be, dumb enough to do that. I will say they pulled it off though, because it was really important, like you said, in that interaction with the car, and that really worked well.
Yeah, I don't think you'd get that car scene if you didn't. If that
you
wasn't
wouldn't get any of that. Like you kind of want that interaction between the two characters, and obviously it's going to be important down the line because now he knows who he is. But at the same time, it felt super cliche to me to have the girlfriend's dad as the villain, and there was no link, no reason that made sense. They just seemed like they just did it because they wanted that.
One thing I will add to that is it's great that they didn't. It wasn't revealed earlier on, and so you had that drag out and had to deal with all the that sort of
it must have
drama.
been very intentional.
Yeah.
The one thing I will say, I actually really I was loving the movie until the very end scene where they set up early in the movie that these the Chitauri stones react to radiation, they'll explode, and you see the Iron Man arcs, and it's like cool, well they radiate, and then you see the Chitauri spark on his back, and I'm like, fuck, don't kill off Marvel films always kill the villain, always. And I'm like, don't kill him. The Vulture is a great character, and he's playing it really well, and he survived. I'm like, thank you. You didn't kill a character for once.
They didn't kill Loki.
Loki doesn't count.
Well, he does. He's a villain.
Every other film,
Winter Soldier, he's a villain for the majority of the movie.
Yeah.
Okay.
I haven't seen a lot of holes in your ferret.
Red Skull.
Is he dead? Yeah, you don't know if he's dead.
Dead. You've got Obadiah Stane. You've got...
Quickly, get the gavel.
Damn it.
You've got a lot of characters when you think of it that die. You got Ronan the Accuser, dead. You've got Kurt Russell, dead.
Yeah.
You got...
But you're naming villains that I don't necessarily want to see again.
In other movies, yeah.
I'd love to see Ronan the Accuser again. He's actually a big deal in some of the comic books.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll give you Ronan. I wouldn't want Ego to be back. He just doesn't fit.
Yellow Jacket, dead. Yellow Jacket's a big deal.
Speaking of Yellow Jackets, I found that really annoying with the Shocker.
Oh, he was in the film.
Well, there was two Shockers in the film.
Yes, there was.
Was that Tom Hardy?
No,
it's
it's
the
his
guy from
look-alike.
Prometheus.
Yeah, the
He's
Prometheus
from
guy.
Prometheus.
Okay, because
He
when I
looks a
saw
lot like
him,
him.
I was like, "Is it? No, is it?"
The facial hair as well.
Yeah, the resemblance is uncanny between the two of those guys. I hated that he only had one thing on his arm.
Because was I talking to you about it, that you thought the Shocker actually had powers, and I said, no, he has the gloves.
I can't remember.
But yeah, no,
Could be.
I hated that too, that he only had one. And I also hated it that when he gets vaporized and this is the second Shocker, all of a sudden the second Shocker also starts to wear a long sleeve yellow jumper.
Yeah,
I think that's maybe it's something like you have to wear that for the glove, so it doesn't.
No, but he
hurt
doesn't
you or
wear it
something.
when he first puts it on.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying, how many people do you know who wear
a yellow jacket
like that?
That's a good.
But at the
And
same
it would be a
time-
second jacket, wouldn't it? Was he wearing was the first one wearing it when he got vaporized?
Yeah, he was wearing it.
So he's just like,
My
you know what?
thing
I got
is-
the equipment. I need to wear the
My
jacket.
other thing with the Shocker is I much preferred the first guy who got vaporized to the second. The second guy didn't have any character to me. He didn't seem interesting. Whereas the first guy was like, he's an asshole. Even his team doesn't like him. Like there was some depth to him, and it's like, oh, he's dead.
And
Seemed unnecessary to have two Shockers as well.
My big issue with Spider-Man himself, and I realised me and Ian were discussing this, and I know that he's meant to be growing from here. This is the first film, but I felt like he blundered too often. Like when he was swinging and he hit into a whole heap of like lawn chairs and like went through the swimming pool and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
He's Spider-Man. He's meant to have spider senses, and I
Yeah.
understand that he's
He
a
flips the
teenager
car.
and he's awkward and all that.
It's
sort
also
of
a
thing.
new suit as well.
I know, but I still
and that's just-
feel
that's
he
just-
needed to be a little bit more composed.
There was actually, and you said it, there's no mention of his spider senses in this whatsoever. And I found that really weird that you'd have Spider-Man, but you would have absolutely no mention of his spider senses, which is one of his most important aspects of him. Not just, I'm stronger. Then you might as well be fucking Captain America. Like, you're supposed to have spider senses.
Yeah, they could have done something with that too,
Yeah.
especially like the scene that Duty brought up with when the new Voltage suit like autopilots and comes in.
Oh,
like
yeah.
they could have just done like a slow-mo scene.
They could have done a bit of like a homage to the first film, where how he does the flip over the bombs from when the Green Goblin throws the bombs. He does the slow-mo flip. That
You know what would have been really cool is because he's like in an AI kind of suit and it has his screen and everything. If they had in the old comics and everything, cartoons rather and stuff, when he has his spider senses, he has his little lightning bolts.
Yeah.
So if they had those in his CG screen, so like when he sees something, it's like "Doo-doo," like a spider sense.
I feel that would annoy fans more though, because it'd be like it's the suit,
It's
not
a
him.
nod. Yeah, true. They would have thought it might have been the suit, but I think there had to be something about his spider senses that needed to be mentioned.
Yeah, for sure. Well, that's like even what we were saying before about like his strength as well. Really, he's got the artificial web and he's got the suit. There's nothing that really
makes him.
I guess that's the point of the film, isn't it? About him being Spider-Man without
But
the
he
suit.
couldn't make. He wasn't a Tobey Maguire Spider-Man that shot web from his actual wrist.
Yeah, I
he
know.
actually had the cartridges.
He's the actual comic book.
Yeah.
version. Yeah.
But yeah, it just seemed weird to me that they didn't have any. He didn't seem like Spider-Man. He seemed like Captain America in a suit. It was weird. It was like a combination of Captain America and Iron Man.
Yeah, well, it kind of went down that Iron Man path, didn't it? Like Iron Man 3. You don't need the suit.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like,
I'm
okay.
curious how they'll.
I want him in the suit. Put him in the goddamn suit.
I did like the suit. I'm going to say that as a pro.
I did.
is
How
that
did
it
you feel
looks-
about the Iron Spider suit?
That wasn't the Iron Spider suit.
Wasn't it the Iron Spider?
No.
It looked like it was.
No.
No?
Oh, I thought it would have been.
The suit at the end that he tries
Yeah.
to give him at the end, that's not the Iron Spider suit. The Iron Spider suit is red and gold.
Yeah, no, but I reckon that's the Marvel Universe's version
of it. Could have been.
It looked metal.
Well,
Yeah,
It looked metal, and it was like blue, silver, and red.
Yeah.
And I was like, even like I looked at the suit on first glance, I'm like, that looks cool. Then after looking at it in the background shots, I'm like, I actually don't like the look of that suit at all.
I think I said after the movie, I'm like, I'm kind of happy that he went back to that suit because I love that suit that he had because it seemed like comic book styling of the suit.
When I first saw it in Civil War, I wasn't a huge fan of that suit. But
Yeah, me either.
in this film, I was like, yeah, I like it.
I think
And his
it was-
eyes get big to like the actual like Todd McFarlane sort of Spider-Man big-eyed look, and then they adjust to zoom in. And stuff.
Yeah,
thought that
I
was
think
cool.
it was. I think it was that in Civil War it was entirely CG, and in this one he had the real suit as well. So there were times where you got to see the detail in the clothing itself, and I think that helped to make it seem less CG, like a real suit.
All right, so before we move on to the review, I just want to speak about these end credit scenes.
Yes.
What did we think about them?
I think if you're a fan of Spider-Man comics or the animated series or anything like that, you would enjoy the first scene. And the last scene, well, that speaks for itself.
The last scene I found was kind of funny, which is Captain America, because Captain America appears in doing like school videos, like, so you got detention and stuff like that, and he appears at the end and just goes, so you waited to the end, and waiting can sometimes seem like a bad thing, and then it's like, well, there's nothing, and then it just I thought that was kind of funny.
Well, that's actually one of the things I just remembered as well that, from my positives. I actually really liked that all his teachers and stuff were comedians.
Yeah.
Notice that? That
Yes,
all
they
of
were.
them
Although I'm not a fan of Hannibal Buress in most things, but in this it suited him.
Oh, that was brilliant
like
when he
Hannibal.
was standing on the opposite side of the TV when Cap
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
like, points the other direction. I was like, oh, that's great.
Yeah.
But did anyone else find it weird, not to distract from those cutscenes, but did anyone else find it weird that the schools were still showing Captain America
Yes.
being
Yeah.
a role
But
model?
they did mention it.
Hey, they
though.
did mention it. He says, well, he's now a vigilante, so...
Yeah.
But it's part of the curriculum.
Yeah, it's so weird.
Yeah, so
But
cutscenes.
I didn't mind them. That just seemed... I guess I was hoping for more.
Well, apparently the guy that goes up to Adrian Toomes saying, we hear you know who Spider-Man is supposed to be the Scorpion.
Yeah. Because he's got a scorpion tattooed on his
tattoo on
neck.
him.
Because I was sitting there
makes sense.
looking at him going, well, who is he? Who is that guy meant to be? That makes sense.
Because
Gorgon.
he was on the boat, wasn't he? And he's the guy that fell into the ocean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that and I've heard some other people whisperers on the internet that people assume that having Scorpion, having Vulture, and having the mention of somebody else hates Spider-Man too, and they want to get people together, that they're heading towards Sinister Six.
Yeah, I have actually heard that.
And they were going to do a
Heading
Sinister
towards
Six
that.
film after Amazing Spider-Man 2. And then,
Something they've always wanted to do, really.
Yeah. Sinister Six.
I am the Rhino.
I nearly got that sound.
Yeah.
All right, so let's move on to our review, shall we?
Just before you do that, I have to comment on something. Because
Yeah.
one of you boys posted on the Instagram with the hashtag IronMan4.
Yeah.
Can we all say how relieved we are
I'm
that it
very-
was
yeah,
not
very
an Iron
relieved.
Man movie?
Yeah.
That is true.
I was looking for... because, some people clearly analyse every shot of the trailer, and there's one shot where Spider-Man and Iron Man are swinging, and he's, flying behind him, going through the streets.
Yeah.
That didn't appear in the movie.
Yeah, it wasn't in there.
I would have liked to see,
I did notice that.
I didn't mind Iron Man. I would have liked to see, a bit more, even if it's just, him on the phone, or,
Do you
how he
think-
tries to call him.
Yeah.
And
Do
he
you
hangs
think
up on him.
they were testing with those trailers having more Iron Man in it to see how much people wanted Iron Man in it?
Yeah, because the
I think
posters
they were
are
just using it to
littered with
sell the
Iron Man.
movie.
Yeah, I think they were trying to just sell the movie more. But, I mean, it's Spider-Man.
It had a bit of
I
a,
was
had
about
a
to
bit
say
of a
Spider-Man
opposite effect.
sells himself.
Yes.
Spider-Man, I think, is even with the success of Iron Man and the Avengers, I would still say Spider-Man's a bigger.
Spider-Man is one of the top 3 biggest recognisable superheroes of all time.
Do you think it was the actor choice, though? Being people don't really know who Tom Holland is, and it's let's get
Maybe.
a familiar face in these trailers.
Could be.
I think
That
it
and
was
just
also,
to show the link of Spider-Man in the MCU.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I was going to say. Is I think it's also a lot of we need to link it in with the wider universe because it's our movie now.
Yeah.
It's our Spider-Man movie. We've got to bring it in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. So let's do our reviews. So do we have a sound effect?
No. Go on.
Thank you, Jay. Thank you, Jay Jonah.
Yeah.
Ian.
All right. As we always do review.
Yeah! I just wanted to use that one.
Clearly.
No
As
more
we always,
soundboard audio.
as we always do, we always review our movies as an alcoholic beverage.
That's correct.
I will be giving this movie a Blue Lagoon, just because Spider-Man is lots of blue. No, Blue Lagoon. It's a fun drink. It's more so a fun drink than a good alcoholic beverage because it's just all sugar. And that's what this movie was. It's just all sugar. It's all fun and laughs. There's no real depth to it. Like I said at the very start, this story is very bland. It's very Marvel cookie cutter. There's almost nothing to it except for the twist that his girlfriend's dad is
Adrian
Vulture.
James, yeah.
Apart from that, the story, nothing happens in it. Spider-Man comes in. He has the suit. He learns about himself. He unveils, finds out what's happening with the weapons. He tracks them down, and he finds the villain. That was literally the entire thing that happened in the movie. Nothing else happened. So it's a very wafer-thin story plot. But it's fun. It's all sugary, happy goodness. And you can't not like it, but at the same time, it is missing a bit of punch. And that is the alcohol.
Very nice. Duty.
Look, you guys are going to be pissed off, but I'm going to go White Russian again.
course.
Oh, do not.
I'm just convinced that he only drinks 3 drinks.
Yeah. I don't think-
One's bad, one's medium, one's White Russian.
Yeah.
No, look, I thoroughly enjoyed the film. I loved the character of the Vulture. I loved... they made Spider-Man young. They made Spider-Man look like he does in the comics. They put Iron Man in, and they didn't use him too much. And the character of Michelle, or nicknamed MJ, how she is essentially she deliberately goes to detention to draw what people look like in their lives. She was fucking
I
hilarious.
will say she was a very good take on MJ.
Yeah.
When they revealed that she was MJ at the end, I was like,
Oh.
she was probably one of the most interesting
I was
characters.
just sitting there just being like, ooh, there's going to be so much nerd rage.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. There's
Oh,
going to
yeah.
be there's going to be a lot of nerd rage. But I thought everything in this film was great for me. Like I said, when it came up to the negatives, I can't really find any.
Okay.
There you go.
Matt.
Well, I found this movie quite refreshing compared to the other Spider-Man movies. So,
Yeah.
my friend has dubbed this drink the refresher which is just Sailor Jerry's ginger beer, lime, and mint. So it's a bit of a twist on a mojito.
It's quite
I'm all
refreshing.
about that.
Yes.
Love my spice rum.
I do like a good spice rum.
All right, so
Tom, what about you?
I think I might actually.
How about you,
join.
Show me what you got!
I might actually join Dutram there on the White Russian. 'Cause I actually had one the other day, although I don't have the same high opinion of the drink as you do.
Motherfucker, you better
I had a chai
Chai white rice. That's why you didn't like it.
No, don't get me wrong. It was still good. It was still really good. It was quite, and as Ian said, it was sweet. It was tasty, but I couldn't drink them all night. Like that's a lot of milk. Would get all bloated and Which I did find what my issue was with it. It was a bit bloated with comedy. Despite the fact that most of it hit, there was too much of it.
Yeah, it didn't feel like a serious movie.
Yeah. So that is our reviews. So let's move on to
our very special quiz, Spider-Man themed.
Ready? Go. You put this in your coffee. A spoon. Your hands. Your face. It's white. Paper. Snow. A ghost. It's heavier than milk. A rock. A dog. The earth.
Quizzing.
Right. Ian will be running our quiz.
Quizzical.
And I hope that you are ready and I don't have to just keep talking while you're looking for all your quiz material.
No, I am ready. It is all in a folder, prepared. I hope you're ready as well, Matt.
I am not prepared for a quiz.
That's all right. The quiz is very simple. All it's going to be is 10 sound effects that I've gathered from numerous Spider-Man sources, and all you guys have to do is be the first one in to picking what Spider-Man movie or whatever it is from.
Okay, I'm going to fail at this. How do we buzz in?
You don't. You just say it real quick.
Okay.
So good luck.
Buzz.
All right. Are we ready for number one?
Yes.
Okay. Getting ready.
Whenever you're ready.
Whenever I'm ready.
Yes.
Let's go with
Whenever you're
maybe
ready.
an easier one.
Okay. Whenever you're ready. Whenever you're ready.
Butterfingers.
Spider-Man 2, when he drops Aunt May from the roof, Dr. Octopus.
You could have just said Spider-Man 2, but thank you. Do you want to write a little point for yourself?
I will.
Oh, someone's going to win this game.
Hey, look, our names spell ATM.
Wow. All
And
right.
Dr. Octopus robs a bank.
Dr. Octopus, blah. All right. Are you ready?
For this jelly.
Yes. Okay. Which Spider-Man is this from?
Hey, how about these? They wore them in the X-Men.
Spider-Man 1.
That is
Tobey Maguire.
correct. Come on, guys.
Yeah, I have no idea.
I'm just gonna...
It's when Macy Gray singing.
Could you tell from the...
Yeah, pretty much.
All right, ready?
Moving along.
Boss, your wife's on the line. She said she lost
Spider-Man 3.
Thanks for
Spider-Man
the
2.
good news.
Correct, Tom.
I should have just
It's the wedding.
chimed in with the with a number.
You can't give a number, you have to give the movie.
But you interrupted a
You can say
fantastic...
Spider-Man 2 or Spider-Man 3 or Spider-Man. Just say a random
Amazing Spider-Man. He
Yep.
could have the Amazings in there.
one. Oh, he could.
Yeah.
And I just want to listen to that clip again because you missed the awesomeness of it.
Boss, your wife's on the line. She said she lost a checkbook.
Thanks for the good news.
All right.
That's Commissioner Gordon now as well.
Yeah. I think he's going to be a good Commissioner Gordon.
Yeah.
Okay. Are we ready?
Yes.
Go home, dear.
Spider-Man
You look awful.
1.
Spider-Man.
Yes.
Oh, is it?
It
That
is
was
the
one
first
hell
one.
of a guess. I just didn't want to be left on 0 points.
Should we listen to the burn from Aunt May again?
Go home, dear. You look awful.
Was anybody happy or disappointed that Aunt May discovered who Peter was at the end of the movie?
Well, we
I
did
thought it was
mention
kind of
that.
funny.
Was it a bit too soon?
It is very...
I
It's the
think
first
it was a bit
movie.
too soon.
I think it'll just be brushed off like it's a costume or something.
So, does that mean she's going to die in the next film?
Fucking hope not. Marissa Tomei's a perv.
I would not be surprised. Anyone who finds out his identity tends to die. That's the
True.
Spider-Man
It is
curse.
a Spider-Man curse.
Okay. Pick this one.
Cool Spidey outfit. Spider-Man 2.
Correct. Wait.
Is there any Tobey Maguire? Is it only Tobey Maguire?
I made it.
Oh, in the elevator.
Looks uncomfortable. It gets kind of itchy. It rides up in the crotch a little bit, too.
Horrible.
Thank you. I'm
Yeah.
glad I waited.
Yeah. You should be. Okay. So what are our scores currently?
3 points to me, 1 point to Tom, 1 point to Matt.
I don't want to have to do the quiz.
So we're halfway through. Stay strong. Are you ready?
Yes.
Spider-Man 2.
That is correct.
That is correct.
He can't stop it. The brakes are gone. All right. It's getting a bit closer now.
It is.
Okay. Pick this movie.
Of Spider-Man.
Amazing Spider-Man 2.
You are correct. That classic Andy Garcia.
Of Spider-Man.
It's when he's sick inside the food store.
He's Spider-Man. All right. Ready?
Yep.
This is an easier one, so be quick.
Yep.
The Amazing Spider-Man.
You were quick, but you were wrong.
I didn't even
Did we
do
miss it?
I missed it.
It's the only movie that hadn't been said, so
Yeah. Go on.
Jesus, Parker, you are a freak.
Spider-Man.
Correct. Police are
Things are going to get easy.
What are the scores? You've got 2 left, and the scores are currently...
4 to me, 3 to Tom, 1 to Matt.
So is this the last question?
There's 2 left.
Oh.
But essentially, you've lost.
The last question is going to be worth at least 5 points.
All right.
Don't change the rules. You're the guest.
Are we ready?
Well, the points don't matter.
Yes.
Except I'll have to write a quiz.
Get your hand off her.
Amazing Spider-Man 1.
That is correct. That is the scene where Spider-Man rips the top off some lady.
Yep.
Fucking pervert. Classic.
Dude.
All right. And the final question I'm going to ask anyway, and decide what Spider-Man this is from.
Time for a disappearing act, boys.
Spider-Man 1970s cartoon.
70s.
Time for a disappearing act, boys.
80s.
Time for
90s.
a disappearing act, boys.
60s.
Time for a
60s.
disappearing act, boys.
Jesus, guys. I think you guys overestimate how old as shit that cartoon is. Yes, that is the quiz. Alex Diderino wins.
We won! Unfortunately, I've been on the other team, so we won't be going for pizza.
There is so much in this movie that I feel like we have not touched on.
Yeah, I feel like we haven't touched on a lot of this movie.
Like the whole Danny
Elfman. Danny DeVito.
Is it Danny Glover?
Danny Glover.
Oh,
Yes.
Donald. Why was I saying Danny?
He's too old for that shit.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Well played.
that applies for what I'm about to say. Is he wanted to play Spider-Man, but obviously he's too old, so that's obviously
even
why
know
he was
who
in
he
it.
is.
But he's
just
I think
some
he's meant to
random.
be the uncle of Miles
Morales.
Ah.
Okay, because I was wondering that. Yeah.
because he talks about his nephew. And,
Yeah, that's true.
I'm pretty sure that's who he's meant to be talking about. But from what I understand, they're not actually meant to be in the same universe. But that's not going to stop them from doing that.
Well, there's talks that they're actually going to do a Spideyverse, which might
Yeah.
actually have the different universes.
Hmm.
And I don't remember, because Miles Morales does exist in the main universe. I just don't remember what he does. Apparently, I was watching a thing the other day that was saying that Peter Parker was surprised by who Miles Morales was in his own universe. So I was thinking that Donald Glover's character, maybe in another alternate universe, was Spider-Man. That's what I was thinking. But if he's not Miles Morales, because I did look his name up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, because he was talking about his nephew living in the neighborhood, and that's why he was helping Spider-Man.
What did you think of Donald Glover being in it? I found him underwhelming.
I don't know who the actor is.
Really?
Like, everyone's like, he's so big. I'm like, who the fuck is it?
Community was what he's
never watched
big
Community.
for, and Childish Gambino, rapper.
He's playing Lando in the
Yeah,
Han
I
Solo
know
movie.
he's playing Lando, but I'm like, I have no idea who this kid is.
And also the TV show Atlanta?
Yeah.
I've watched 2 episodes or something. I watched it on the plane, but it was hilarious. It's a pretty good show.
I think his acting was meh. It was alright. It wasn't bad.
He didn't sell
he didn't-
big bad gangster buying.
No,
buying
It just seemed like he
weapons.
didn't want to be there. Like, hey, I'd like to be Spider-Man. You can't be Spider-Man, but you can be a side character.
Yeah, I mean, he had this big thing online trying to get people to help.
Oh, really?
Like petition to get him.
Oh, really?
To be Spider-Man a while ago. So that I'm assuming that's why they got him in.
Yeah, that's probably why. I think he was scared to go too overboard with his acting, so he brought it back to being really plain just in case. So I think that's probably why he underplayed it, but I think he maybe underplayed a little too much.
But that interrogation scene was hilarious too.
Yeah, that was a good.
I was expecting him like someone just like because he puts on the deep voice, and I'm expecting him to say where is it or where are they as a little Batman
where's
nod
the
or
G?
or something like that. But I've also this movie made me go. I am looking forward to the Spider-Man PlayStation game, and for PlayStation 4 is cheap with the Spider-Man game. I may hide it in the house, or just take Ian's PlayStation.
I will say that it did get me excited for another Spider-Man game.
Yeah, for sure. But is anything like Spider-Man 2 movie being good and then the Spider-Man 2 game being great?
The game was amazing.
It was an amazing game.
But history has kind of shown that it's very rare that
to have
movie games are any good.
Well,
but this isn't actually this Spider-Man game coming out is not a movie game.
No,
is it?
it's a separate thing.
They haven't been doing that
for
recently as
now,
much, have they? Like, it used to be
They-
every single movie like this had a game that went with it.
They
But that
stopped.
doesn't sort of
The
happen
last
anymore.
Spider-Man game was the Amazing Spider-Man 2 video game, which was crap. But the Amazing Spider-Man 1 video game was apparently really good. Like the first Andrew Garfield movie tie-in game was apparently quite good, but the second one was awful.
You could say that for
Right.
the movies as well. First one was pretty good. The second one was
I did actually like Andrew Garfield as
I did as
Spider-Man,
well.
though.
He was very mopey though.
Yeah, I think his movies were very hit and miss. Some moments were really good and some moments were crap.
He just seemed pretty cool to be Peter Parker.
I
I agree with that.
Yeah, he didn't really pull off the nerd vibe at all.
No.
But him as Spider-Man, when he's in the suit and everything, I really liked. Just the way he moved and the way he kind of made... The quips that he made were a bit higher brow than this one.
One thing we didn't bring up when... We're going back and forth so much. We've finished the quiz. But one thing we didn't bring up was all the hat nods to the Happy Hogan's going, we're loading up the plane, the Hulkbuster's on the plane, Captain America's new shield is on the plane, and Thor's magic belt is on the plane. So you got some really, really cool hat nods. And then when Adrian Toomes goes inside the plane, it's littered with shit in there that's real cool. There's like Iron Man armor from like the third Iron Man film, and there's helmets, and there's a box full of fucking arc
Did you
reactors.
notice what was also on the plane? There was a very long kind of robotic device, and at the end had 3 little claws, very much resembling Dr. Octopus.
I didn't see that.
That's cool. I did notice Ultron's head roll out.
Yeah,
an Ultron head rolled out. Yeah. But there's just so many hat nods in this. It's awesome. I love
there
all
were
these
some
tricks.
real cool things like that in there. All right, so to keep moving forward, so we'll wrap it up. Thank you very much for joining us today, Matt. Now, do you want to give a plug to any of your graphic design work?
A butt plug.
You can find my you can find my illustration work at on Instagram. It's at MattComs. Hopefully you guys can put that up in the description.
Yeah, we'll link it in.
2 T's,
Easier.
2 M's.
Yeah. It's too hard.
Yeah.
And you do some really awesome stuff.
Thanks.
And you've given us some pretty cool stuff as well.
I've already got it up on the wall.
Yeah.
Not in here.
Not in here, yeah. Why would you point at the wall?
I'm like, that wall?
But yeah, you do a lot of comic book kind of very pop arty style art. List off a couple of characters.
Okay, what have I done recently? So I've done a bit of X-Men stuff lately. I've done Sabretooth and Nightcrawler and Gambit, stuff like that. But I've also done a lot. I've done a lot of DC and not too much Marvel, so I've kind of realised I need to kind of do that. I have a little bit of a project coming, slowly developing, that I'm going to hopefully have ready for Supernova next year.
Yep.
To sell. Hopefully have it up online too. I plan to get a website up hopefully in the next month or so.
Yeah, one day we're going to have a website.
Yeah.
One day.
Yeah, well, it's I build them for a living, so last thing you want to do is make your own. And also have some work with Ian that I really need to pull my finger out and actually
Not good enough.
get onto actually.
Me too, don't worry.
Yeah. But yeah, you'll be able to find my website eventually via the Instagram. So
We'll
just
put it in the.
follow
I'll
me
put
there.
it in the show notes. I'll be a top.
You
Cheers,
better,
Dan.
you better bleep.
Yeah, I'm right. Yeah, I'm going to bleep it.
Writing down where it is so you can bleep it.
Yes.
All right. Ian, where can people find us?
People can find us on the social media platforms. If you want us on Facebook, it's Shaken.Nerd. If you'd like us on Instagram, it's shaken_not_nerd_pod.
Yes.
And our Twitter feed, which Duty Dutrum always runs, and that is...
Shaken Not Nerd. It is all one word.
Oh, it is?
Yes.
It is.
Tis.
And of course, we're also up on YouTube with some videos, and eventually, in the hopefully not too distant future, we'll also be putting up our latest video from Comic-Con Melbourne. Which, if you like the Supernova one, it's going to be very similar.
Get excited.
You can also now find us on the Podfix Network. They have a website up and running, and we're on there.
What's that website?
It is...
It'll be in the description.
It'll be in the description. It's quite new.
Right. Thank you, everyone, for listening. This has been episode 32, Spider-Man Review. Mr. Soundman, show us out.
Sure.
You said you were...
Sure.
You were supposed
to stopped working.
Start singing it.
Spider-Man does whatever a spider can.
Saladas.
And you swing from a web.
Goon means cheap wine. See you, everyone.